everybody, well, welcome back for another Warhammer 40k battle report. Tonight we're going to bring you something a little bit different. We are actually playing 1850 points. We are doing Purge the Alien, and we're doing this to get ready for an upcoming small tournament. So tonight it's going to be my Tyranid, a really odd list, versus Seth's Space Wolves.
Equally odd list.
Equally odd list. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm bringing on the Nid side. On my side, this is an unbound list, so I'm running a Hive Crone, a Flying Hive Tyrant with twin-linked Devours with Brain Leech Worms, two of them. The new Demicarion thing, however you say it. A Exocrine. I have three Carnifexes with dual twin-linked Devours with Brain Leech Worms. I have another Flying Hive Tyrant, the same as the other one. And a Moloch. So that's all I have for 1850. On the Space Wolf side, we have a Scout Squad hiding up the ruins here.
Thanks to Infiltrate.
Is that 5 sniper rifles and a missile launcher?
4 sniper rifles.
4 sniper rifles, okay. Then over here behind his Aegis line, he has...
I got 2 sets of Long Fangs. This guy is a lone flak missile launcher protected by his Termi Sergeant, who will be manning the Skyfire gun.
All right.
The other Long Fang squad is accompanied by a Rune Priest. The idea was to give him prescience. And they are all heavy bolters, except for the Sergeant, who's just kind of hanging out.
Nice. And you're running a Land Raider Crusader?
Yes, sir.
And what's inside that?
The formation known as Argix Shield Brothers. I also added Nigel and a level 2 Terminator Rune Priest to that. He was wearing the Relic Terminator armor.
Okay.
So, a little tougher to kill. Hopefully.
And then you have a drop pod coming in?
Sure do. And thanks to the gracefulness of my opponent, he's allowed me to use combi flamers for these guys, which is what this list was originally supposed to have. They just haven't come in yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have the model, but we'll let it go. He's got them in order. So that looks good. Oh, and I forgot, on my side, I have a drop pod coming in with a Tyranids. They'll be popping out.
So looking forward to that.
So looking forward to that. All right, so we deployed. We got Dawn of War deployment. We rolled off Nid set up first. We are not having night fighting. So I choose to go first. Do you want to seize?
Well, considering I can actually shoot you for once, why not?
It's a 4. Alright, so we'll be back at the end of Tyranid's turn 1. Alright, we're back at the end of Nid's turn 1. Everything just moved up to try to get cover as it can, without any Venom Thrips or anything. It's just kind of a scary list to run. Psychic Phase, the only thing I got off was I got off Onslaught on this little guy, and I forgot to fire him anyway, so oh well. Shooting Phase, the only shooting I did was with the Crone. I flamered and drooled on the Scouts, took them out. So that gave me first blood and a kill point. That's all we got. Everyone else is trying to hide. Unfortunately, the poor Demi here did not get into cover, so he might not have a good next round. So we'll be back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 1. Alright, we're back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 1. His drop pod came in and his Wolf Guard.
Yep.
Wolf Guard all popped out. Got into a nice little shooting arc there. They all stayed where they were at. The buggy moved up.
Buggy.
Psychic Phase. I think you got Prescience off on that squad.
Nope.
And oh, you didn't get anything?
Nope.
Oh, okay. And then his other Psychicer's in the tank, so he can't cast. Shooting Phase. This whole side of the table fired at this bug here. Was able to put 1 wound on him.
Yeah.
The Crusader put a whole lot of shots towards the Diamacreon, how do you say it?
Yeah.
And was unable to wound it. And that's it. No assaults. So we'll be going into Tyranid's turn 2. I'm going to roll to see if my pod comes in. 3 it does. Alright, so we'll be back at the end of turn 2. Alright, we're back at the end of Tyranid's turn 2. My pod came in and my Tyranids hopped out to be on the side of the wall there. My Moloch attempted to come up on top of that guy's head, and I scattered over some, so he's just popped up saying hello. Everything else moved or flew up. During the Psychic Phase, I attempted to get a Warp Lance off. I was unable to pin. He tried to cast the Horror. He got it off with the Perils and ended up wounding himself, but he stayed up in the air, which is good. Shooting phase. I fired 2 Tentaclids from here into the Land Raider. Missed. The 2 Hive Tyrants used their Haywire Flamer templates to strip off 2 hull points off of the Land Raider. The Tyranids popped out with his acid spray and took out 3 or 4 of the
heavy bolter
guys. Over here, it took all 3 Carnifexes, but I wiped out the Wolf Guard. And that's where I'm at now. So at this point, I have First Blood and 2 kill points. We'll be going into Space Wolf's turn 2. Alright, we're back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 2. Pretty good turn for him. Assault-wise, which is, we know is the strength of his army. Basically, the thing that happened is his boys jumped out of the vehicle. Shooting phase.
I threw my hammer at him, made my opponent crap his pants.
Yeah, I think he put like 1 wound on something with his hammer, and
it was him. I shot everything in the back.
Oh, yep, and you did put 2 wounds onto the Democrat. Yep. Then in the assault phase, his boys were able to kill both the pod and the Tyranids that was over there. So
thank you, disorganized charge.
Yep, so let's give him 2 victory points. So right now we're 2 for the Space Wolves, 3 for the Nids, and we'll be coming back at the end of Nid's turn 3. Alright, we're back at the end of Tyranids turn 2. Had to take a couple of instinctual behavior checks. The Exocrine passed, the Moloch passed, this Carnifex failed, rolled in the feed, and got the one where he has to charge.
Whatever's closest.
Whatever's closest.
Which was the pod.
Everything else kind of moved up towards the wolves. Psychic phase, nothing really happened. I tried to get off 2 powers, he denied them both, because
Nigel
has a 3-up.
Excuse me, Nigel. Whatever.
Good old Nigel has a 3-up.
I'm saying Nigel.
Yeah, we'll go with Nigel. It works. Shooting phase. The Tentaclids from the Crone finished off the Crusader.
Yep.
Everything else I could shoot fired into the Terminator squad, and I killed, what, 3 of them finally?
3 of them, thanks to the fact that I failed to get endurance off.
Yeah. Oh, they're tough to crack. And then the assault phase. I attempted to assault here. His Overwatch put a wound on me. I failed the charge. It was a long shot, but I had to try. Over here, he took out the pod with no problem.
Well, what was the chances of Arjit hitting you with his hammer on an Overwatch?
That's pretty good. I liked it. And that's all took place. So I got another kill point for killing the pod, so it brings me up to 5 points total. 4 points.
You've killed 3 units, including the pods plus First Blood.
Okay. So at this point, it's 4-2, and we'll be back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 3. Yeah. Alright, we're back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 3. Not a lot left on the board, but he was still able to take out my Warlord. So in the movement phase, he brought his Terminators over to get ready to assault the Democreon. They didn't move at all. During his Psychic phase, he got Force off on Nigel and Prescience off on that squad there. Shooting phase, because I failed to jink, I just didn't want to, but I failed to jink. Between his Skyfire missile and the quad gun, he was able to take down the Hive Tyrant, so I gave him a point and a Warlord kill. Everything else shot wasn't able to accomplish anything. And then over here, he went to do a charge. He needed 6 inches. He rolled double 1s, so that kind of hurt. But right now at the end of turn 3, we're tied up at 4 points each. Yeah. All right, we're back at the end of Nid's turn 4. Everything moved up. I actually forgot to bring my Moloch in, but everything moved up.
Not that you need it.
The Crone flew over, the Hive Tyrant flew over. When the Crone flew over, I vector struck and killed that Terminator. I had 2 Carnifexes fail instinctive behavior, so they had to charge. During the shooting phase, between this Carnifex and the Exocrine and the Hive Tyrant, I killed 2 to 3.
All but 2 of what was left.
Yeah, so I whittled them down just 2. Assault phase, only the Democreon got in. Hammer of Wrath killed Argent, and then 7 attacks quickly ate up the last Terminator.
2-up armor's nice until you start throwing a string of 1s.
Yeah. And AP2.
Yeah, so.
So that's where we stand now. So I've got, how many independent characters are in that?
Let's see, you got RG, the Rune Priest, and Najal, plus the unit itself.
So that's 4 more points?
You got 4 just from killing that one.
Alright, so that brings me up to 8 victory points. We'll be going into Space Wolf's turn 4. We're back at the end of Space Wolf's turn 4?
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quick round since we're running out of models.
I'm running out of models, good sir.
The quad gun fired in, was unable to wound the Hive Tyrant. His remaining of his long fangs fired in and put 1 more wound onto the Carnifex.
Yep.
Alright, so the way it stands at the end of turn 4, I'm up to 8 and you have 4 still?
I guess.
Yeah, I think it was 4. Alright, so we'll go into Tyranid turn 5.
Alright.
Alright, we're back at the end of Tyranid's turn 5. We're going to call it here because I did not want to, but went ahead and tabled them.
I'd rather lose by getting slaughtered than lose like 20-3 in an escalation match.
Yeah, true.
Just saying.
Alright, so like we said, this was kind of a practice for an upcoming little tournament. I don't know how happy I am with my list.
Well, if you want, we can try this again, except this time I'll bring a more dedicated melee unit. That way you can really test out your big guy.
Yeah, it might be fun to try again.
Because I tried a hybrid approach, we saw how well that worked out.
Yeah, and in the past, anytime I've ever fought his Space Wolves, when I run to his melee units, they just chop me up. So, I really think that you need to definitely add more melee back into your list if you're going to run this at the tournament.
So you're thinking Arctic Shield Brothers and Thunderwolf Cavalry?
Oh, those Shield Brothers are crazy. That squad is insane. But anyway, had a good time. Always have a good time fighting Seth. So epic handshake, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll be back again with another Warhammer 40k battle report. Thanks, guys.
This guy.
You like the Moloch?
This guy. Can't wait till he's painted.
Yep.